What's up, guys? Killer Off-Road Hobbies. This is Gary here. We're going to be doing a review video on the Arrma Nero Big Rock. I think you guys are going to be a little bit surprised at what I have to say, but yeah. So I've driven this thing on 4S, 6S. I've bashed it, I've crashed it, I've been frustrated with it, I've been kind of happy with it sometimes. But I feel like I have a good overall view of this truck, you know, or I have the knowledge to do a decent review video for you guys. So here it comes. I'm going to start with the transmitter. This transmitter is awesome. Out of all the transmitters I've had, and even over my FlySky FSGT 3B, I think it is, I actually like this transmitter more. It's small, 4 AA's. It's got a lot of nice, you know, adjustments on it. It's got, you know, dual rates, steering trims, throttle trims. I like how it is. I like how small it is. You know, I like how it feels in my hand. It's got really, really good range, reaction times, all of that stuff. So I'm going to give a huge thumbs up to Tactic on this transmitter. It works awesome. Doesn't even have a little antenna to break off or anything, like a little nub sticking up. I really like this. So kudos to this, you know, this receiver, or transmitter rather. Now let's get to the truck. Alright, yes, it's an 8 scale monster truck. It's got the difference and everything. Yay, whatever. Most people talk about the shell. The shell has been rather durable. I did have to do this little customization right here because basically it just cracked up right there. So I took a piece of 3mm basically plastic, and I shoe glue and drywall taped it in there, painted the front black, drilled some holes in it so it didn't just look weird, and yeah, it's been staying in there. The rest of the shell's been really durable. I did have a little bit of concern after this broke out, but so far so good. One thing I do want to mention is these stickers that are gone, they started peeling off like after the first time I ran it. This one's peeling off right here. These ones, if I rubbed on them or whatever, to try and clean the body, you know, just with a normal rag, like a wash rag, they just started peeling off. So, you know, when you buy something like this, you want it to look nice, and I think it just looks funny without the light stickers on there, but you know, that's something that's easily addressed or whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But the body has been pretty good, aside from that. And that was a pretty hard front impact. You know, it basically just bam, down on the front. So about the body, I questioned it at first, but it has been rather good. Now let's get to the truck. Do I like this truck? I would have to say on small, tiny occasions. I'm just not a fan. Nothing catastrophic has broken on this truck at all. Nothing, which is actually pretty cool, but at the same time, there are so many little things that go wrong with this truck. It has been really, really frustrating to try and drive this truck and everything. Like I said, I do like it at times. I don't like it at times, but we'll get to what I think as a whole this truck is closer to the end of this video. Now, I had a huge problem with grub screws. Like, I broke 3 of the 4 grub screws on the diff side. I think both rear and the driver's side front. So this is the only one left out of the grub screws it came with. I had the ESC come untaped. That's a pretty standard thing with this. And the battery trays, oh my god, the battery trays. Like, I wish there was like a way I could take these off and figure out how to just turn them upside down. because they are absolutely frustrating. Now, I know people say that if you get stuff and dirt stuck in them, that they will actually just come undone, which is true, you know, but I make sure there's no dirt and stuff in there. And actually on this one right here, if I can get it open now, of course when I want to open it, it won't open. But on this one right here, the tabs, these tabs on this side right here, I don't know if you guys can see that right here, these tabs have broken off, which is why I was having such a hard time with it yesterday when I was bashing it. This battery tray just kept coming open and open and open, and that's because these two tabs broke off, and I didn't figure that out until I got home and I was like cleaning it up a little bit. I didn't give it a huge clean or whatever, I just kind of did it roughly. But like I said, nothing catastrophic has failed on this. I haven't broken a drive shaft of any kind. I haven't even had the normal thing that the guys talked about with the shock eyelets. I have not had those problems. It's just basically it's been battery trays, grub screws, and the tape failed on that. Which is why I kind of do like this truck. I mean, I like the suspension, the cantilever suspension. You know, I do like it, even though it's a little harder to maintain. You gotta make sure, you know, everything stays lubed up and flows nice. And as you can hear from there, I'm gonna have to do the rear end. You know, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of mud and stuff where I've been bashing, so it's really hard to keep these things like clean and everything, and clean them all up. I know everything on this is waterproof, and I could just take the hose and hose it down. But I also don't like doing that, because if you get little spots of water stuck anywhere on any of the screws on here, it starts to rust. So I don't like to do that. I like to take a rag and some cleaner and just wipe down everything, you know, as good as possible, and then lube up the joints and everything. But as far as this truck, I don't know. Would I buy it again? Probably not. Am I totally bummed out that I bought it? I'm going to say about 70-30. Like I said, the fact that nothing catastrophic has failed, and I have bashed it pretty hard, is a testament to this thing being durable. It is durable. I will say that. You know, the A-arms, the chassis, the shocks, you know, the body, it's all really like up there in durability. The only hard part about me saying that it's like, you know, a really durable truck is that I've had so many small issues with it. And I know people say, like, small issues, there's small issues, but when it's over and over and over, every time you go out, you have something stupid happen, and I know it's just a quick fix, like snapping the battery tray back up, or this or that. Yes, I know it's easy, but it's also frustrating when you have to, you know, every second or third jump you go off of, you gotta bring it back over to you and push the battery tray back up or whatever. So, you know, durability on this thing is fair to say. I'm gonna say, you know, it's pretty durable as far as like catastrophic parts failing. It's up there. It's pretty durable. As far as electronics, I hate all Arrma ESCs. That slow, real low reverse. I do not like that at all. The motor in this thing is really strong, which is going to bring me to the diffs. Now, some people might like the diff brain. I myself, I'm not a huge fan of it, because basically crawler mode is worthless in this thing. This thing's not a crawler. It's not made to be a crawler. The suspension, the setup it is, the tires it comes with, crawler mode is absolutely worthless. There's no reason for it unless you're going to be in like an inch of snow or something and you're having a hard time getting grip with just the rear tires, or just it being four-wheel drive. Maybe crawler mode might work decently in the snow, better than just blast mode, I guess, but as far as crawler mode, worthless. Wheelie mode. Now, wheelie mode is okay, or drift mode, sorry. So drift mode with the center and rear locked. If you're on loose terrain, especially with these tires, it's completely uncontrollable. On 4S, you can do whatever you want. 4S, it is an absolute dog. I don't care what anybody says. It's a dog on 4S. It is little tiny bit of punch right out of the gate, but the top speed, the actual power, it has none. You know, this thing is not. I talked to Arrma or Hobbyco, and they said this thing is designed basically to run on 4S. Well, if this thing is designed for 4S, then it's an absolute worthless RC because it has no power on 4S. You can't correct yourself in the air. If you need to power your nose up or anything, don't even try because it doesn't have the power on 4S. Now, you might break less parts and stuff running on 4S, and if you just like to, you know, mow around through ground or on gravel or whatever, you know, and you're not a huge power guy, I mean, 4S could be fun, I guess, but as far as me, this is my review, this is what I think of the truck. I know there's going to be fanboys and stuff out there, but just please try to realize this is my point of view on the truck. And you've seen my bash videos and everything, and this thing is not worth, like, I didn't even videotape it on 4S because it's literally not even worth watching. Like, it's not, 4S is just horrible with this truck. So, I mean, I have a hard time finding stuff to gripe on this truck about, except for, you know, a few select things, but I also have a hard time finding good things to say about this truck. It's really heavy. The tires that it comes with out of the box are way too hard. Way too hard. They don't get any grip on almost anything. You know, the only thing about the diff brain I like is being able to lock the center diff. In blast mode, with the way the diffs are, they're like insanely just completely open or they're locked. There's no middle ground in there. So in blast mode, when all the diffs are open, all you get is power to the front almost. I mean, you barely get any. I'd say it's probably 80-20. Like 80% of the power goes to the front, and then 20% of the power goes to the rear. I mean, it's just like insanely, like way too open. But if you lock the center diff, like people have said on my channel, if you lock the center diff, then you start breaking stuff, like the grub screw thing. And then if you lock the center and the rear diff, you have an even higher chance, if you jump it or whatever, of breaking something. And with all diff lock, you're definitely going to break something, especially if you jump it or whatever. You'll end up breaking something. So the whole diff thing for me, I wish they had like optional things. Like if it could come with just the diff brain in the center, or just the diff brain in the front and rear, or then all three. Instead of having to take all or none, I would rather just, like, you know, them drop the price, you know, $80, and you just get the center diff brain, and then $60, and you get the, you know, you get the rear and center diff brain, and then, you know, if somebody needs crawler mode, I can't imagine why on this thing, but, you know, then get all three. I don't think it should be an all or nothing type thing, because the price of this RC is pretty high. So basically, I do like the truck. It is durable, but I don't like the price, and I don't like all the little things that are wrong with it, like the battery trays and stuff. But you know, I am happy with it, but I am mildly disappointed in it. If I had it to do over again, knowing what I know now, had the money, would I buy this or would I look elsewhere? I would probably most definitely look elsewhere. You know, right before I bought this, they actually announced the Outcast. And after dealing with this chassis, there is no way I'd buy the Phase-On. Like, there's no way. I mean, the wheelie bar is literally like probably an inch from the ground. I don't know what they're thinking with that truck or whatever, but basically my thoughts on this are that I am not upset that I have it. I'm going to keep it around. I'm going to keep bashing it. I'll put Velcro straps on the battery trays. That way, you know, I don't have to deal with them popping open constantly. I just wanted to run it stock through the whole thing to give you guys a good view of what it's going to be like if you buy this thing and you bash the same way I do. I didn't want to start upgrading everything, you know, before I actually gave this truck time to show me all its flaws and everything. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the Arrma Nero. Not insanely disappointed, but not happy at all. You know, it's kind of a middle ground with it. It's fun to bash. It's really not fun to fix all the little stuff that goes wrong with it. But, you know, like I said, nothing major has gone wrong with it. It is a durable truck. It's fun to drive. And, you know, it's from a company I respect. So, that's my thoughts on the Arrma Nero Big Rock 8-scale monster truck. Like, subscribe, thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you didn't. And stay tuned to Killer Off-Road Hobbies because we got more bash videos coming at you, more review videos coming at you. We're going to keep the new RCs coming in, keep you guys interested, and hopefully this channel can keep growing and growing. And, you know, I can actually be a contender with somebody, you know, that I admire, like Vez from Aussie RC Playground. You know, me and him can, like, keep videos coming at you guys. This Killer Off-Road Hobbies, I will put a link to the place that I got this, A-Main Hobbies, in the description below. Peace out, guys.